Lucero said, you got to go find this guy that had been at the Festival of the Winds, and I tracked him down, and we became friends, and then through him I met Moises, who was, when he was in grade school, Zarco used to go and do art.
Yeah, and Tony wanted us to meet all his friends, all his artist friends, all his neighbors, and it's been great.
Yeah, my little story goes back to when I was in 3rd grade. At that time, Zarco, I met Zarco, but I met him through a classroom and audience too. He was in a band, Zoom Zoom Zoom. I was in 3rd grade. I was a little kid, and I already knew that when I was, ever since I was like 2.5 years old, my mom said that I have not stopped drawing or painting. And I didn't know I was an artist. I knew that what I was doing in my elementary class was my teacher say, "Oh, you're an artist, you're an artist." And I spoke very little English, so I didn't know what the hell an artist was. And I thought they were telling me a bad word or calling me a bad name. Zarco came to a school, and I'm sure you did a lot of work in your younger time as well, doing performances and music. And he came to our school, and I never forgot. And you always say different messages, Zarco. I always hear you tell, little things you tell other students and other kids and artists. You tell them you got to take your artwork from outside the galleries and museums and put them in the streets, put them in the world, And to me, Zarco sparked that fire. And when I was a kid, because my father didn't know I was an artist, my mother didn't know I was an artist. There's no artists on my mom's side or my father's side. Maybe somewhere way down the line, but I did research, and I still, to this day, I don't know who. But when somebody comes around, and I didn't know he made masks, I didn't know he made paintings. All I knew is that he did music. And I shit you not, when he came to the school, I thought it was Santana. My dad, Santana, came to my school. He was playing Oye Como Va, like in your lowrider, But my dad was like, "No, pinche Santana was not at your school." The biggest part of my life was other artists, being surrounded by other artists. I really don't give a shit about the people that come into the galleries and buy their art or don't buy it, or have the food for my soul. And you guys that have seen me on Facebook are the compliments, and the compliments are like what Zarco had said that one day, and I won't forget. And you said something along the line that if there's a fire, you got to keep building that fire. You build it from within inside, and then you share it. And I was in 3rd grade, and I remember that. So I went home, and I grew up around lowriding with my father, and that stuck with me to this day. And it's everybody else around us. It's the people. When I've been asked what inspires you, and I say, what's the past, the present, and the future, because where it's going. And that past has a lot to do with my childhood. It has a lot to do with people who have influenced me. And I want to say thanks today, brother, for you being part of that influence, carnal.
Thank you, brother.
Cheers.
And I also want to give a special thanks to Rob for helping part of my dream come true, to bring Steve in here today, so the three of us could be together.
You're gonna make him cry.
I've been fortunate enough that I've been indoctrinated into Chicanismo initially through Stevan. He and I met at an art show in the parking lot at East High School about 10 years ago, and nobody showed up to buy art, but he just let me sit there and listen and started telling me his story. And a few years later, my compadre Jerry V. Hill was friends with Zarco, and we went to go see Zarco be the featured artist at the Longmont Museum. And since then, he's allowed me to come study under him, and I've been learning to make masks and sculpt and things like that. So it's just I'm real honored that these men allow me. They don't look at color, they don't look at anything, they just look at the heart of a man. And so they've really kind of kept me in an incubator and have been cheerleading me on as I'm trying to evolve. So I'm grateful.